then we're going to make this a custom event. Not update custom movement. Event start stats. What I'm doing here, this is just for organization. So I created a custom event, and I'm going to call that custom event here. That way it goes, oh, okay, so I've run through, created all of these widgets, that way I have access to all of them. And that's literally just, our options menu, spellbook, inventory, quest log, the initial race class selector, the initial stats selector, and the main game HUD. And then we add the race class selector to viewport, and then we run start stats, which gives us 28 initial stats to work with. All stats start at 8, as per the core rulebook for D&D 5th edition. Everything we're doing is based on the 5th edition core rulebook. So if you were wondering kind of what the hell we're working on, that is it. And so far we have been able to stick true to the book, and nothing has been too surprising. It's all just a lot of number crunching and doing things over and over again. Okay, here is our blah blah blah, making all the stats, adds and subtracts and whatnot. This is the hotkey that we're going to use to display stats, but we don't actually need the hotkey anymore. And the reason we don't actually need the hotkey anymore is we're doing it all via widgets now. This is how we take damage, setting up the constitution modifiers, regular movement. That's all just the base stuff that you get from any of the templates. I think that's, oh, right. So this is setting up the race modifiers based on which race you chose in the race class thing. And then once we get through that, we go to the hit points and setting up hit points. That's what all that is. Lots of fun. Lots of repetition. I'm thinking there's probably better ways to do this, but for now, this works. That's our pickup thing. Wait, what do we have in here? I don't remember. Oh, right. Event can be picked up. I'm not going to deal with that right now. That's going to be part of the inventory thing, which I will do later because I just really don't feel like dealing with it right now. It's more frustrating than it's worth. Let's see. Got our damage dealer, we've got teleporters, we've got this stuff. Eventually I'm going to make got a couple things in mind. I want to make a shop. I've got this guy who takes damage. That's our weapon, which is called a short sword, but as you can clearly see, it is a really crappily put together spear that I made in Blender. That's right, that is actually the first model I have ever used, that being the second that I've actually made, so kudos to me. What can we do next? I can start putting together the data table, but that's going to be kind of boring. But it does need to be done. Okay, first I need to create a structure. This is going to be level up underscore spells. I should say, I guess, spells known. So there's going to be a spells known struct and a spells per day struct. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're using integer values because in D&D all of them go as whole numbers. Start at 0 because you start off with 0 in all of them. And then we need to do right. Add new blueprint structure spells per day. Of course, this is going to be a horribly inefficient system because, frankly, it won't make much sense. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Until we get everything together. And in game terms, this would probably not be the most efficient system because, honestly, having spells that you can only cast once per day is kind of weird. Level 1. Hey. Level 1. Level 2. There we go. Six. 8. I suppose, oh crap, we're gonna have to make one of these for each and every class that gets spells. So let's call this Sorc spells known. Or I wonder. I can duplicate them. Spells per day. Okay, and before I continue, I'm going to make a new folder and go spells move here. Since they haven't been referenced by anything, it's not a big deal if I move them. Spells known druid spells per day. Cleric spells noon. Cleric spells per day. And let's see, I need Ranger, I need Arcane Warrior, Arcane Trickster, Warlock, Ranger. I think I said Ranger twice. And let's start off with the major spellcasters first, and then we can worry about that. Spells known. Warlock _ spells per day. Okay. They should all have pretty much the same data. Just oh, Jesus. Level 3. So how are you guys today? Since, you know... Oh, shit, and I forgot cantrips. Level 6. Which means I need to do this. Cantrips. Or I'll just call them level 0. Okay, that didn't work out at all. Level 9. Yeah, so cantrips through level 9 spells. For those of you who are not familiar with D&D, there are only technically 9 levels of spells, but you get them across 20 levels of character. And it makes sense in a weird way. Level 9 spells being things like the holy shit, I just destroyed half the earth spells, as opposed to the less well-known holy shit, I destroyed most of the earth spells, which is pretty much most of the other things. Arceus wants completely different video made, working on it now, love Matinee. Oh, well, sorry that you have to do a completely different video. Matinee's pretty awesome. I'm waiting for Sequencer, to be honest. I don't actually know how far along it is because I don't work in that department, but from things I've seen, or things I've heard, I should say, it looks pretty awesome. I haven't actually seen anything, which sucks because I really want to know. Because I'm frankly terrible with Matinee. There we go. Then... yeah, it'll be awesome when it comes out, but because it's such a massive undertaking, I'm going to work on this later. This is boring, and I don't want you guys to be bored. Because it's such a massive undertaking, I just don't know when it's going to come out. I know what I can work on. Oh, and it's something I've kind of wanted to put together in a project anyways. We're going to make Plinko today. Because Plinko's fun. See, I need the puzzle.